The Rolex Submariner and the Omega Seamaster, two watches that are mostly mentioned when we talk about the best dive watch in the industry. But what would you say if I tell you that the younger brother or the smaller brother of the Submariner is better and is half the price? Well, this is one of my favorite dive watches, and this is the Tudor Pelagos. And this is not just quite any Pelagos, this is the LHD, or the left-hand drive version. What this means is that the watch is basically upside down. The crown is on the left, and this has two practical uses. First, if you want to use it on your left hand, well, the crown is not gonna bother you. But if you're one of the persons that wears your watch on the right hand, or you're a left hand, you can use this watch perfectly, just like a regular watch, and just move it with your left hand, and it's much easier for you. Now, this watch is super high-end, it's really well built, and it has excellent materials. That's why I think this is one of the best value propositions in the whole industry. The bezel is made out of ceramic with lume, which the lume is spectacular. Now, the markers and hands are great. They have what we call a fautina, which means that it has a patina that comes from factory, so it's a fake patina. But it doesn't make sense to me, because fautina is normally reserved for reissues of vintage watches, and this watch is neither a reissue or a vintage watch. I really like how it looks with the black dial, because it makes it look like, like a seasoned diver, but it's not quite a fautina. Even though the date window copies the color of the fautina, of the markers and the hands, and to me it looks perfect. Then we have the classic hand, the snowflake hand, which is the hour hand that is big, chunky, filled with lume, which it's just mesmerizing. I love that feeling of walking into a shadowy place, a dark place, and seeing how bright the watch is. It's beautiful. And what I really like about this watch is that it's made out of full titanium. Now, some people think that titanium watches are really light, which, let me tell you, this is not the case. The watch is big, it's really industrial, and it doesn't feel quite like a titanium watch because it is not light. It could be heavier if it was made out of stainless steel, of course, but I really do believe that titanium makes this watch super balanced and not that heavy nor that light. And as I mentioned, the design of this watch is super industrial, and that's what I really like. It makes it seem like everything is on its place. Firstly, the bracelet is perfect. It starts at a 22 millimeter lug width, then it goes down to 18 and it comes up to 20 millimeters. Now, the clasp on this watch is perfect. It has 3 micro adjustments that you can do automatically, and then it comes to a spring-loaded part where you can wear it on your wrist and it will automatically adjust to how your wrist feels, which is just perfect. And it just gives this the industrial look that we love about the Pelagos. Now, as I said, this has a really industrial looking design, and it makes you feel like everything is there for a reason. A lot of people don't like that there's 5 lines of text in this watch. I really don't mind it, but I really believe that my brain made a connection between less text is worse. That's just because the past version of the Pelagos with the ATA movement had just 2 lines of text. So I think my brain just, connected more text equals better watch because of the in-house movement. But I don't really mind it. I actually quite like it. Now, one of my favorite parts of this watch is the crown. The crown has a feeling that I've never felt before. And not while winding it, but while taking it out, setting it to the first position and the second position. Let me see if you can hear it. It has a really industrial and click that I've never felt before. Sometimes in other watches, you're not sure if you're ready to change the date, to change the time. But with this watch, there is no doubt where the setting is. Hopefully you can really listen to it. And now the second part that I really like about this watch is the bezel. The bezel is the best bezel I've ever tried. It has a beautiful, beautiful sound and feeling. It's almost therapeutical. Listen to this. Wow. It's a perfect bezel, no play, super industrial, super tough. Like, I mean, it works perfectly for timing anything that you want, but it also works as a fidget spinner, you know, to work your anxiety. Perfect. And the last detail that I really like about this watch is the date window. The date window comes in what we know as a roulette date window. That means that one number is black, one number is red, and so on and so forth. So it's just a small detail that you see and you makes you smile, because you don't see that too often, you know? And you feel like, yeah, today is a red day, tomorrow is a black day. And it's just a small little detail that makes this watch pop. Now, as I said, this is the smaller brother of the Submariner. The Submariner is around $12,000, but this watch, you can find it for almost $5,000 or even less. Now, this is why I truly believe that this is one of the best value propositions in the whole industry, because this is half the price of the Submariner, but in my opinion, it's quite better. And that's why I decided to bring it to the mountains, you know, to snowboard, to try it. This is still a dive watch, but it is built to last. But tell me, what do you think? Do you think it is better than the Submariner?